Do you often put things off until they become difficult to do, forcing you to hurry through them at the last minute? Or maybe you are someone who purposefully puts off doing tasks because you think they are less important, need less attention, or would take less time to complete. If you think this is a sign of laziness, you may be confusing sloth with procrastination. Once again, welcome back, curious SSM story fellows. In this video, we'll explore the causes of procrastination and learn how to evaluate yourself to see whether you have procrastinating tendencies. What is procrastination? Postponing or delaying tasks despite being aware of their urgency or importance is known as procrastination. Procrastinators intentionally put off taking action, and as a result, they frequently feel stressed and anxious as they race against the clock to finish projects. For instance, rather than being lazy, someone who wants to work on a project but is unsure of where to start may put off starting because they are unsure of where to start. Laziness. On the other hand, laziness is the unwillingness or inability to put out effort or participate in activities, regardless of their importance or necessity. It is categorized by a general avoidance of working or participating in constructive tasks, which results from a deficiency of drive, enthusiasm, or initiative. Someone might avoid putting effort into a project because they simply don't want to exert themselves, indicating laziness rather than procrastination. Difference between procrastination and laziness. The distinction between laziness and procrastination is that the former entails putting off certain chores even when one recognizes their significance. Conversely, laziness is a ubiquitous attitude toward work in general and manifests as a regular unwillingness to put in effort or exert effort to complete tasks. Example: a lazy person may not have the drive to work hard but may not necessarily put off starting a project if there is a good incentive, whereas a procrastinator may finally start one but postpone because of uncertainty. Which is more dangerous? While both laziness and procrastination can impede achievement and productivity, procrastinating is frequently seen as more detrimental. Due to the last-minute hurry, procrastination can result in missed deadlines, elevated stress levels, and subpar performance. Even while it is bad, being lazy doesn't necessarily have to mean bad things happen right away, because sometimes things don't get done when you're under pressure. In a nutshell, procrastination tends to have more noticeable and immediate negative consequences on performance and productivity than laziness, even if both have disadvantages. Of course, procrastination is a common behavior that affects people worldwide in a variety of demographic contexts. Statistics and studies provide insight into how common it is. Did you realize that a sizable percentage of people worldwide suffer from procrastination? Statistics show how it affects. About 28% of adult individuals struggle with procrastination. An astounding 80 to 90% of college students say they struggle with procrastination. About 70% of people suffer from chronic procrastination, which negatively impacts their everyday lives and productivity. Therefore, if you are going through it, don't worry, you're not the only one. Let's now examine some typical indications and manifestations of procrastination. How to know if you are a procrastinator? There are several ways to determine whether you are a procrastinator. There are procrastination tests and quizzes accessible online that might provide you with insights into your inclinations. Procrastination symptoms can also be seen in self-awareness of behavior and attitudes toward daily activities, though. Symptoms include fear of failure. Avoiding jobs or activities and procrastinating are common responses to this major psychological obstacle, which is fear of failure. It's a strong emotional reaction brought on by fear or anxiety over failing to live up to expectations, making mistakes, or not measuring up to others or one's own standards. People who are afraid of failing often steer clear of situations where they might fail. Low levels of energy. Low energy levels can result in a lack of drive to initiate or finish tasks. People may experience physical or mental exhaustion, which makes it difficult to summon the energy required for productive tasks. Procrastination can also result from fatigue or sleepiness. Low self-confidence. Low self-confidence prevents one from starting or finishing projects since it makes one doubt their skills or feel inadequate. People who lack confidence frequently question their capacity to finish activities successfully. This kind of self-doubt might cause hesitancy or avoidance of difficult or new tasks. Fear of failure or criticism can also be made more intense by low self-confidence. Lack of understanding. A tendency to avoid tasks due to difficulty understanding them or feeling overpowered by their complexity. When people find a task too complicated or hard to understand, they could put it off until later because they are unsure of how to go. Experiencing trouble comprehending a task can result in emotions of overload. People may put off doing the activity in order to avoid dealing with this overpowering feeling of perceived intricacy. Perfectionism. Those who are perfectionists hold themselves to extremely high standards, which makes it difficult to begin or finish anything until everything appears perfect or ideal. One has a deep-seated dread of making mistakes or delivering work that falls short of one's high expectations. This worry may cause one to hesitate and put off beginning chores. Poor organization skills. People who are not very organized could find it difficult to prioritize their duties, which could cause them to take longer to start or finish. Poor preparation or a lack of a defined plan for finishing a work might be the cause of procrastination. Without a clear plan, people could find it difficult to take the initiative. Problems with concentration. People who struggle with concentration frequently find it difficult to focus on one thing at a time, which causes delays in the beginning or finishing of tasks. Being readily distracted by outside stimuli or by thoughts in one's head can lead to procrastination, which interrupts work and makes it more difficult to engage in it. It's important to note that not all individuals may experience these symptoms, and the severity can vary. Some people may have a few symptoms but still have severe procrastination issues. By identifying these signs, specific tactics for successfully combating procrastinating tendencies can be put into place. That's it for today's video. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it.